All right, let's take a look at this now. President Obama is facing some strong disapproval over his repeated unilateral changes to Obamacare. He's issued 29 executive orders so far to rewrite the health care law that was passed by Congress. His actions are a complete 180 from his position before taking office, when he was strongly against the expansion of executive powers. Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry is live on the North Lawn. So, Ed, does it seem like the president has flip-flopped on this?
Well, good to see you, Martha. No doubt about it, because this is a president who, mostly on health care, as you say, more than 24 times now, has used executive actions to delay implementation of pieces of the law. But on a broader focus, he's been saying he'll go around Congress when necessary. This is the opposite of what he said in the 2008 campaign. Listen to this town hall meeting.
The biggest problems that we're facing right now have to do with George Bush trying to bring more and more power into the executive branch and not go through Congress at all. And that's what I intend to reverse when I'm president of the United States of America.
Said then that he intended to reverse it. Look at this poll this week out from Fox News. Executive orders to bypass Congress. Is this how government is supposed to work? Yes, 23% of the public. No, 74% of the public. But the bottom line is, you heard it in the State of the Union address, and you've heard it since. President saying if Republicans on the Hill are not going to work with him, he's not going to sit on his hands. He's going to continue to take these executive actions. By the way, Republican presidents have done that before, Martha.
Yeah, indeed they have. We talked about this a little bit earlier this morning. So how does he explain his change of heart from that 2008 soundbite?
Well, you remember there's a news conference this week with the French president, and President Obama was asked about the latest change, which was delaying any penalties for businesses with between 50 and 99 employees. He explained it as a way to make it easier for consumers to deal with the new law. Republicans like John Thune, not so sure.
I think that we ought to do everything we can to try and rein it in. But, you know, to me, what this president has done with this abuse of power is basically saying, I'm above the law.
This was a example of administratively us making sure that we're smoothing this transition, giving people the opportunities to get right with the law, but recognizing that there are going to be circumstances in which people are trying to do the right thing, and it may take a little bit of time.
And just a few minutes from now, in fact, the president will be speaking to a legislative retreat among House Democrats, rallying the troops in this election year, likely to talk about how, again, he's saying he'll work with Congress on some things, but if they're not going to work with him, he'll go around them on others. That's different from what he was saying in the 2008 campaign, Martha.
Yeah, it certainly is. Ed, thank you.
So the president saying he did not know about the problems with the healthcare website leading up to that botched rollout.
There's a lot of subterfuge going on here, a lot of cover-up, and we've already seen, so many things that call into question the honesty of what's going on in this administration.
That's Dr. Ben Carson talking with Greta, but now we're finding out about meetings between Secretary Sebelius and the president, a lot of meetings.